and he's still going strong. He's talking as if he's just starting. Please stop funding the dictator. He uses the guns to kill us. He uses every arsenal from UK, France, and the European Union to kill, murder, rape. We've got more jails than hospitals. We've got more prisons than hospitals. And he's still building more prisons. Yet we don't have even surgical gloves in the hospital. Please stop funding the dictator.
People are dying. Birds from above. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us. I call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us. I call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. So much out of our control. Whatever's being done around, shooting us without control. We cannot fight anyone. We are just unarmed citizens seeking for change in the nation. We only raise our voices high, getting for change in the country. And Ugandans got no right to speak of what goes around. No humanity in the government, it's taking a piece away. Away to everybody who can hear us. I call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us. I call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Mighty God, we ask of you, hear our humble cry. It isn't easy for us, just a dictator way. We are losing our beloved ones, parents and innocent children. The regime has massacred. Uganda's their own country home. Uganda bleeds because of them. Shot it because of them. You've tortured us in every way. You've taken a piece away. Away to everybody who can hear us. I call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us. I call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Katonda tuvumire, President Muwonge, Kyagulanyi, essuubire tulina Uganda yaffe. Abaana bakaba, buli omu tulina ssuubi yonna. Kyagulanyi essuubi yaffe. Raise a voice to everybody who can hear us. I'm calling upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Raise a voice to everybody who can hear us. I'm calling upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Uganda is bleeding. People are dying. We've orders from above. Police brutality. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us. And call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us. And call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. So much out of our control. Whatever's being done around, shooting us without control. But we cannot fight anyone. We are just unarmed citizens seeking for change in the nation. We only raise our voices high, yearning for change in the country. Our Ugandans got no right to speak of what goes around. No humanity in the government, it's taking a piece away. Away. Raise our voices to everybody who can hear children. The regime has massacred. Uganda's their own country home. Uganda bleeds because of them. You shed tears because of them. You've tortured us in every way. You've taken a peace away, away. To everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. Katonda tukumire President wafe Kyagulanyi byesuubi bye tulina mu Uganda yaffe abaana bakaba buli omu asinda tetulina ssuubi lyonna Kyagulanyi ly'essuubi lyaffe Mukama tuyambe tuwambe. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. Voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. Come and raise our voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We raise our voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We are dying.
We are not going to give up. We are not your. We are not going to be slaves in our own land.
For changing the country, our Ugandans got no right to speak of what goes around. No humanity in the government is taking a piece away, away. And call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. Mighty God, we ask of you, hear our humble cry. It isn't easy for us to just a dictator way. We are losing our beloved ones, parents and innocent children. The regime has massacred. Uganda's their own country home. Uganda bleeds because of them. You shed tears because of them. You've tortured us in every way. You've taken a peace away, away. To everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. Katonda tukumire President wafe Kyagulanyi byesuubi bye tulina mu Uganda yaffe abaana bakaba buli omu asinda tetulina ssuubi lyonna Kyagulanyi ly'essuubi lyaffe Mukama tuyambe tuwambe. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. Come and raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We raise our voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help. We are dying.
We are not going to give up. We are not your slaves, and we are not going to be slaves in our own land.
struggle is our only hope for liberty.
We are cutting ourselves backwards and
The time is now and not tomorrow.
Again, we are reminding you, we are here to demonstrate against the bad leadership in my country, our country, Uganda. Uganda.
Yes, whoever is watching this live stream, these are comrades from United Kingdom. This is the UK chapter. Some of the members, actually, not all of them, but just some of them. Of course, some others discovered that place where Museveni hides money after it has been stolen. You know, these guys have stolen trillions and trillions of taxpayers' money, but they don't keep it in Uganda. Yeah, they have banks outside Uganda. They have banks in the UK. They have banks in the US. They have banks, you know, in Asia. They have banks wherever they can go to secure that money. So some of these comrades, they discovered one of the places, and they said, no, let us not stop at simply, you know, discovering this place. Let us let the world know that when Museveni steals money, he keeps it here and here and here. Actually, other comrades from other countries, I believe we should also pick a leaf and do some research about these guys. Let us unearth those places to bizule abantu babitegere. You know, abantu babitegere nti wano webakweka sente zino, wano webatereka sente zino, wano webazikumira, wano webazibira, wamalo zibba, wano you know, because lots and lots of classified budgets bazisomebwa. Classified expenditure, classified expenditure, classified expenditure, classified expenditure. Ez'olububuga ne zibula, eza pinit ne zibula, eza ki ne zibula. Tomanya giziraze bazizaayo ne bazitereka. Zo sente zimulaba zibazimbisa za KD zibakolamu ebintu byabwe. You know, and a lot more of course. Naye ezimu bazitereka na buteresi mayumba gaabwe. Naye ezisinga bazitereka mu bifo nga bino. So these comrades are demonstrating against that. But of course, as you know, a demonstration ebeera targeting ebintu bingi naye ekikulu kya byonna, you know, demonstrating against bad leadership, ending the Museveni dictatorship, because that is the most important of all. So the demonstration is still going on for those in the United Kingdom and nearby who can actually manage to stretch a leg there. Hey, mwegateko ku bannamwe tubeereyo mu bungi nnyo nnyo. Enamba message eveeyo, message abantu bagitegeera. Naye nze kyenneebaza be ba comrades aba UK. Guys, bana basajja abavuka tebasaaga. Bana ba comrades ndabeewunyiza no beewuunya. Bakizudde, bakoze bulungi research waabwe ne bagwa ku info bankiyite nti asimanyi na kumanya. It is something kyotasuubira na kusuubira naye bakikoze. Kago nno ge bayita amaanyi g'abantu. That's people power. Ago ge maanyi g'abantu. Waliwo ka network glitch naye egenda terera.
Please offer us some help. We raise a voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Mighty God, we ask of you, hear our humble cry. It isn't easy for us to just a dictator way. We are losing our beloved ones, parents and innocent children. The regime has massacred.
Big money donated to us from the taxpayers in Britain to money stolen through wealth. The Ugandan government swindles over 10 billion, which is brought back to UK, in London. This money comes as donations to Uganda and swindled back to UK. Then we have money stolen from the Congo. Congo is a gold mine. Congo is a diamond mine. Congo has the timbers. The ruler, the dictator of Uganda, similar to Putin, has robbed every single wealth from Uganda. All this money is swindled back to Uganda, and the regime in Uganda brings back this money to this country. Taxpayers stand warned in UK. All the grants that come from your money to Uganda is brought back to UK through that dictator. That dictator is not, is similar to Putin or worse than Putin. He's murdered, he's killed, he's maimed. Of recent, he invaded Congo and has looted diamond, gold, timber, and has caused endless suffering. The number of refugees fleeing Congo now has come to 1 million people being displaced back to Uganda and other countries neighboring Congo. He is pretending he's going after the rebellion in Congo, yet he is swindled, stolen money through the Chinese. China, our country Uganda, is not for sale. The Chinese have robbed Uganda of everything. To mention but a few: gold, timber, lakes, overfishing, and have damaged the environment. It's irreversible. Of recent, gold is being mined, and that gold will go to the dictator's wallet. Uganda leadership is no different from Putin's government. People have been murdered, killed, and maimed. A good example: Uganda Lura Dictator spends over $700,000 every day on his household. Uganda health sector spends a fraction of what the dictator spends on himself. He's killed, maimed, and murdered and raped. We've got lots of prisoners. At the moment as I talk, we've got 2 MPs who go to kangaroo courts. They have been in prison for the last 8 months. The Uganda leadership blames everything on, but we blame the Uganda leadership on all the looting they have done. Museveni, the dictator of Uganda, has killed, maimed, raped, and worst of all, he's killed much of our team. Now, to tell you about what Uganda is all about, they have privatized everything, and all this has gone to his family. His family has looted every inch of Uganda. Uganda dictator Museveni swindles this money back to London, and this is why we are demonstrating to stop the loot and extortion of money, which he brings back to UK. UK, you are the recipient of money swindled from Uganda. The dictator has no working institution. A good example is he spends only just about $200 million on his sector, yet he spends on himself over $7 billion on his household. This is the dictator of Uganda. Please, we want the dictator to free all political prisoners, to stop the mass execution of Muslims who've fallen prey in the last 40 years. He's killed more Muslims than Muslims killed in Pakistan. He's made Muslims exile into countries because of his bad leadership. Uganda has lost a lot through channeling funds, which is donated to Uganda through Britain. And all these funds, donated grants to Uganda, end up in Britain, here in London. And this is the reason why we are demonstrating here.
People power. Our power. Yeah. Ugandans are demonstrating against the brutal dictator Museveni for stealing and robbing Uganda of their natural resources, for robbing Uganda of the money being donated by the UK government. The UK government sends money to Uganda, and the Uganda government brings that money back to the UK and to offshore companies in Malta. The brutal dictator Museveni has been brutalizing Ugandans for over 40 years. Ugandans are being murdered on a daily basis. Ugandans are being tortured. Ugandans are being kidnapped off the roads in Uganda every day. Children in Uganda don't go to school. Women in Uganda are being raped for being women. Men in Uganda are being castrated. The reason why we are here, we are calling on the UK government to stop funding, promoting the brutal dictator Museveni. Because the money you are sending, the financial assistance The so-called aid Museveni, the brutal dictator, is using that money to buy arms, is using that money to build death torture chambers while we don't have working hospitals in Uganda, while we don't have nurses in Uganda, but we have military men in Uganda. We don't have doctors and teachers in Uganda, but we've got the father of LDU who are brutalizing, who are raping women, who are kidnapping men from the streets of Uganda. Women in Uganda are being raped because they are women. Women in Uganda have no right to walk on the street because the street is flooded with the thugs, military thugs on the streets, and are being financed by the UK government. The UK government should stop sending money to the brutal dictator Museveni, because that money is not going to the good causes. Instead of building hospitals, the brutal dictator is building death torture chambers. In Uganda, we don't have no ambulances, but we have military patrol cars. In Uganda, we don't have no schools, but the brutal dictator is building more military camps where women are being raped, where men are being murdered, where children are being killed, and where Ugandans are being raped. In Uganda, it's an offense for a woman to move on the street freely because the brutal dictator has militarized the whole country. Women in Uganda have got no say. Women in Uganda cannot walk down the road as I can see women walking down the road freely. Women in Uganda are being raped on a daily basis. They are being raped for being women. This is what we are talking about here. The money you are sending to Uganda is enabling the brutal dictator to stay in power and to rape more women, to kill Ugandans, to kill men in Uganda for being men, to kill the children in Uganda don't go to school because of the brutal dictator Museveni. A dictator who has been in power for 40 years, a brutal dictator who doesn't want to leave power as we speak. We are calling on the UK government to be on the side of the poor 45 million Ugandans who are taking change, who are fighting for change. We want the UK government to help Ugandans in removing this brutal dictator Museveni. A dictator who is really brutal. We used to read in the books during the First and Second World War, women were being raped for being women. But this is taking place in the 20th century in Uganda, whereby women are not free on the road of Uganda. Women cannot walk down the road in Uganda because of the militarized thugs on the streets in Uganda. This one is being financed by the UK government. That's why we are calling on the Prime Minister Boris Johnson to stop sending money to the brutal dictator Museveni. This aid is supposed to go and help Ugandans to build roads, to build schools, to build hospitals, and all the essential services which has crumbled under this brutal dictator. Museveni is involved in the wars in Eritrea. Museveni has created a war in Southern Sudan. We thought that being independent
Uganda bleeds because of them. You shed tears because of them. You've tortured us in every way. You've taken everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Katonda tukumire, President waffe Kyagulanyi byesuubi bye tulina mu Uganda yaffe. Abaana bakaba, oh, buli omu asinda, tetulina ssuubi lyonna. Kyagulanyi ly'essuubi lyaffe, Mukama tuyambe, tuwambe. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We are dying.
We are not going to give up. We are not your slaves, and we are not going to be slaves in our own land.
Uganda is bleeding. People are dying. We've orders from above. Police brutality. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. So much out of our control. Whatever's being done around, shooting us without control, but we cannot fight anyone. We are just unarmed citizens seeking for change in our nation. We only raise our voices high, yearning for change in our country. Our Ugandans got no right to speak of what goes around. No humanity in the government is taking our peace away. Raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise our voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Almighty God, we ask of you, hear our humble cry. It isn't easy for us, you're just a dictator way. We are losing our beloved ones, parents and innocent children. The regime has massacred. Uganda's their own country home. Uganda bleeds because of them. It sheds tears because of them. You've tortured us in every way. You've taken our peace away. Our voices to everybody. Just a dictator way. We are losing our beloved ones, parents and innocent children. The regime has massacred. Uganda's their own country home. Uganda bleeds because of them. Sheds tears because of them. You've tortured us in every way, taking our peace away. Voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. We raise the voices to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation. Please offer us some help. Katonda tukumire, President waffe Kyagulanyi byesuubi bye tulina mu Uganda yaffe. Abaana bakaba, oh, buli omu asinda, tetulina ssuubi lyonna. Kyagulanyi ly'essuubi lyaffe, Mukama tuyambe. We raise our voices to everybody nation, please offer us some help. We raise the voice to everybody who can hear us and call upon every nation, please offer us some help.
We are not going to give up. We are not your slaves, and we are not going to be slaves in our own land.
Endless struggle is our community. We
Our power.
People power. People power. Our power.
People power.
People power.
Our
Our
power.
power.
People power.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Everest Kankama. Here today, we are here at Shepherd's Bush, where one of the sharks devastating Africa through President Museveni is stationed here where we are. These sharks have done tremendously to engineer the killing of Africans.
day by day, all our progressive leaders have gone to the ground because in their hands. They use these puppets like Museveni, Kagame, and many dictators on that block to loot our minerals and plant the seeds of fear, hate. You find that most of us Africans, we hate each other, but we hate ourselves because of the seeds planted by one of these sharks living behind me. This is a situation we cannot stand anymore. This is a new age, a new era. We need to change.
We need to change.
We need to unite as Africans against these thugs or sharks in England who connect.
This is a message to the government expressing what they done.